Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the information, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can reach us at info@tntvisa.com or at 754-610-7266. You also can find many information about the firm and by us on our website at www.tntvisa.com. So thank you very much for paying attention and watching. And this information is to help you as you determine to make investments into the United States. These are the top 10 strategies and tips when investing into the United States. So the first thing you want to consider is, what do you know? What I mean by that is, what do you do currently right now? Is it something that you can use and invest into in the United States? If you're an engineer, can you invest into an engineering company, or can you invest in something that creates and uses your engineering skills? That can be a variety of different things. Maybe you become a handyman. Maybe you invest into a handyman company where your whole purpose is to create strategies and create new things for people in their homes. That could be something that you do as an engineer. What are you good at? Sometimes you are good at things that you are not necessarily doing in your job. Some people are good at teaching. Some people are good at writing. Some people are good at designing. If you are good at something that you enjoy, that could be something that you would want to invest in. So again, if you're good in designing, maybe you want to invest into an interior design business. Maybe you want to invest into a business where you are selling products that go inside a home, maybe a furniture store, maybe something like that you could be investing in that you enjoy doing. The next thing is, what do you like? Some people, again, these are all different things that you can consider and what you would want to do. So if if you enjoy doing something, maybe you enjoy being a teacher and you teach, I don't know, golf. It's something that you enjoy doing, and you're a pretty good golfer and you want to teach golf. Maybe you invest into a company that you are providing private lessons or providing tutoring services for golf or something like that. That's another thing that you would want to consider if you want to invest. And this is the next one, number 4, would be, what if money was not a factor? What would I be doing right now? Now think about that for a second. If money was not a factor, what would you be spending your time on? What would you do that drives you and motivates you? Think about that. It could be anything. Now, the next question, once you determine that, is, can you make an income from it? If you can answer yes to that, then that is something that you should be investing in. That is something that you should be considering. That is something that you can develop and build into a business in the United States. And why is this important? Because this is going to give you the best chance of success. If you can do whatever you want in the US and you enjoy doing it and you can make money off of it, that is where your heart and desire is, and that is what you should invest in. Now, these are the first 4 tips that you want to consider. These are the most important things that you should consider. What do I know? What am I good at? What do I like? And if money was not a factor, what would I be doing? Now, the next thing that you have to consider, the top 10 investments, number 5, is, how much do you have to invest? That is going to determine whether or not you can invest into something that you enjoy and what you do. And the thing is that you do not have to invest hundreds and thousands of dollars. You do not have to invest, your whole life savings. But you need to realize that you're going to need to make an investment into the United States. And the question is, how much is that going to be? And for each one of you, that's going to be a different number. But I do want to let you know, there are people that have built multi-million-dollar businesses by investing very little amount of money. And we have worked with clients that have invested very little amount of money doing the things that they enjoy. For example, we worked with a client who loved cutting hair. And what did he do? He invested about $65,000 to create his own salon. In very quick period of time, he built up that salon, was able to sell it, and then took that money and invested into another salon in a different location. So he was good as a hairdresser. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He enjoyed it. He knew he could make money out of it. And so he took a portion, not all of it, but he took a portion of what he had accumulated over time and invested it in his own salon. And he built that into a business that he could then sell and then reinvested that into a new salon. So, um, but again, that's the money that he was willing to set aside and lay down. And that is something that you have to consider. The next thing you need to do is consider, um, some investment. How much time are you willing to put into the business? Okay, that's number 6. Because if you're willing to, it's going to take you some time. Every business takes time to develop. It's not something that's going to develop in quickly overnight. If you have that, congratulations. You're one of the very, very few people who've done that. But most of the time, most of the situation is you have people that just invest into the US for short, who take, a couple of years to get it up and running. So you need to realize that you're going to have to determine how much time you're willing to sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice a lot? Are you willing to sacrifice a little? If you're willing to sacrifice a little, then you need to figure out a business that you're going to be able to grow, but not have hands on. If you're willing to sacrifice a lot in the future to be able to build something that you can be comfortable with and, that you will be comfortable with in the future, you're going to invest time now. So that's another consideration you have to make. That's a very important decision that you have to make. So that's a strategy that you should consider. How much time am I going to invest? Okay. These are some of the things that you want to consider. Those are the first 6 categories. The 7th category is, you need to figure out, can I make the business grow? Will I be willing to make this business grow? Am I going to be willing to provide and hand off certain tasks to other people? Because that is how you get it to grow. You cannot get a business to grow just by doing it on your own. You're going to have people involved with you. And the question is, are you willing to do that? So that is a question that you need to consider and you need to do. Okay. The next thing is, you need to consider is, and a strategy is, if you're looking to buy an existing business, you need to figure out, why are they selling that business? Okay. Those are questions that you should probably be asking, because if they're selling the business because they're retiring, is much different if they're selling the business because they're losing money. You need to look into that, because you don't want to be investing into a business that's losing money. But you may want to invest in a business that's losing money if you can look at strategies and ways to develop the business. For example, let's say that there is a company that has a business that they're only operational for a short period of time. Okay. Maybe you can create the business to be operational a little bit longer, and that will build in and bring in more people. Maybe a restaurant has, a couple of clients, but not much. Maybe you can advertise that restaurant, create a new menu and create a new style, and make the place fun. Okay. So, you need to, if you're investing into a business that is already existing, you need to clearly know, why are they selling that business? And you need to do some research and try to get that information before you close on that business. The 9th tip that I want you guys to consider when investing into the United States is simply this. Are you willing to work? Are you willing to put time and effort into the business? I know I talked about how much time are you willing to spend, but the question is, how much are you willing to work? How much are you willing to get partners to rely upon, to seek advice? I mean, get advice. That is a huge tip that I want to talk about, and that's kind of what I'm trying to put with this one. I say willing to work, but it's not just willing to work; it's willing to get advice. You're coming from a country to the United States, and The way that the United States works and operates may not be the same as the way that you work and operate. It may not be similar to what you are similar to. And so you're probably going to want to get information and help from other people that will be able to give you some guidance in how to move forward. And so it's not just are you willing to work, it's are you willing to work with others, and are you willing to get advice from others? That's a really big piece of advice. Are you willing to listen to people who have done things and who can give you advice? Because you're going to want that. I am always searching for people that can give me advice and help me grow my business. So don't feel just because you're coming from overseas that that's not something that you should consider. It is definitely something you should consider. And the last thing that I would say, the number 10, and the most important thing is the business that you're going to be investing in, is it something you can have fun with? And why I say, can you have fun with it? Because the more fun you can have investing into a business, and the more fun you can have running and operating that business, the more the easier it is for you to grow and build that business, because there's going to be times where it's tough. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There are going to be times where it's tough that you want to give up. But if you enjoy it and you have fun doing it, and that's why question number 4 and point number 4 is so important. What would I do if money was not a factor? That is going to give you fun. That is going to give you enjoyment, because the more enjoyment you can take from your business that you're investing into the United States, the easier it is for you to go through the rough times. So, I just want you guys to consider these as you're making the decisions on how to invest in the United States. If you have any questions at any time, please feel free to reach out to us at info@tntvisa.com or via our cell phone at 754-610-7266. You can always get information from us and ways to contact us on our website at www.tntvisa.com. And it's www.tntvisa.com. And you can also, get information from us regarding immigration, regarding these business topics, regarding other aspects of immigration by subscribing to our channel, our YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you so much. I pray that you have a wonderful and beautiful day. Thank you.